I have a woman here that is accused of a monumental crime. This woman is accused of stealing $103 million from the United States Army.
That's not a good place to steal from.
Yeah, well, it does make you wonder. I guess it doesn't say much for her that she would steal $103 million from the Army. It doesn't particularly say much for the Army either, that they allowed $103 million to get stolen from them. But this is how she did it. This gal, her name is Janet Yamanaka Mello. She's 57 years old, and she did it. Obviously, she didn't walk into some storehouse and steal a bunch of cash. Instead, over time, she submitted a bunch of fraudulent paperwork that indicated that a company that she owned was entitled to receive funds from the Army. And so she was I guess, good at submitting this paperwork that made it seem like it was legit. And then in turn, she would get money from the Army. And then she used that. This is what's crazy too, to just buy up all this stuff. $103 million she stole, allegedly. She bought 31 homes, 78 vehicles, including a fleet of motorbikes, 16 Harley Davidsons, 5 Triumphs, 4 Ducatis, 2 BMWs, and a 1955 Ferrari Fratelli 165 racer. And obviously she bought other stuff as well. Jewelry, went on expensive trips. She was living a wild lifestyle. And it's one of those things to me where don't you think wouldn't one home and one motorcycle have been enough? And she may never have been caught. But instead she had to keep on going.
Yeah, clearly this is not one of those times where she was being frugal with the money that she had stolen.
But
at the same time, maybe she thought that she was going to get caught. So she's like, well, you know what? I'm going to live it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to live it up now because I'm going to get caught.
A real go big or go home situation for her. Yeah, some criminals they'd be grateful they get away with it one time. And they're like, well, that's enough for me. Wipe the sweat from my brow. And now I've got this nice new car and house. But for her, she's like, I guess she got addicted. And there probably is some aspect of it too, where once you don't get caught a time or two, you're like, well, now
I've got him.
I mean, if they haven't caught me by now,
I fooled them.
Yeah.
I won one over on them.
Duped. Bamboozled them.
The government just ain't got it on me.
Yeah. The Army, they think the United States Army, all the funding, all the masterminds in there, the geniuses, but they're no match for me. Janet Mello, I've got them. But now it's all coming back to bite her. She's going to have to forfeit all of the stuff if she is eventually found guilty. She's going to have to forfeit all the stuff that she bought with this money, at least all the stuff they can prove she bought with this money. And you look through the charges, I mean, there is just a laundry list of them, but at the same time, it does not feel apt to somebody stealing $103 million from the Army at the same time, you know?
But isn't it wild that she stole $103 million from the Army in just 5 years or so, and in just a short couple of years?
Yeah.
Like that, for any other company, that would be a monumental amount of money. That would be a quarter of what they're worth.
Yeah.
But for the U.S. Army, they have so much money that they are willing to give one person, one company, that much money, and they don't even notice for multiple years. That's what's insane to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, in 2022, the U.S. Army spent $877 billion. A lot of money. But they were willing to give her company and her $103 million. That's just a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
A ridiculous amount.
I don't know enough about it to know, but it does raise some questions about what other money is getting.
Who's stealing from us now?
Yeah, who else is it?
These are our tax dollars here. She's stolen from me. Where's my cut?
That's right. I want one of these motorcycles.
See, I thought that this was all going to, the Army and what we really need to be going to. Instead, she's just buying houses with the money that I've been given to the Army. Ridiculous.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.